Good morning all of you. I hope all of you are fit and fine. In this video, we will continue our chapter Web Application of class 10th. So today we will learn about the workplace safety. Let's begin with the introduction of safety. Safety has been simply defined as keeping yourself and others free from harm or danger. In other words, it means taking care to avoid any accidents related to the nature of work and also not falling, bumping or running into things. Let's see some basic office safety rules. Never be in hurry, always walk carefully and never run inside the office. Look where you are headed, don't read or watch your mobile screen while walking. Move slow if the floor has just been mopped or is wet for any reason. Ensure you don't leave behind any wet areas or puddles from your umbrella or accidental spillages. Ensure to wipe them or have them wiped dried immediately. Holding the handrails while using the escalator or climbing the stairs does not make you any less glamorous. Handrails are to be used. Take periodic breaks from sitting at work. Stretch and walk a bit. This will ensure proper blood circulation and prevent any numbness that can lead to falls. Don't carry more than you comfortably. Never stack things higher than your eye level. It does not help to save time at the cost of your own safety. Never touch any electric plugs, outlets or switches with wet hands or bare feet. Ensure there are no exposed electric junctions or live wires. Ensure all wires are neatly pinned out of the way. Avoid food and drink at your workstation. Any liquid or crumbs that fall into keyboards and other equipment could cause malfunctioning. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our new topic, that is fire safety. Fire safety has been defined as the set of practices intended to reduce the destruction caused by fire. Fire safety measures include those that are intended to prevent ignition of an uncontrolled fire and those that are used to limit the development and effects of a fire once it starts. Let's see some fire safety rules. Don't store inflammable material like cardboard boxes, etc. in the workplace. Anything that is not required must be moved out and recycled. Have circuit breakers installed so that any overload can be avoided. Electric short circuits and faulty wiring are common cause of fire. The electric panels must be easily accessible and clearly marked for easy identification in case of a fire. Ensure smoke detectors are installed in your workplace. All employees must be taught how to use the fire extinguisher. There must be a clear escape route in place planned with the help of the local fire authority who will be able to guide with the best options. The escape route must be well lit with emergency lighting. All employees must be educated on the evacuation procedure, the fire escape routes and safety assembly area. Fire safety signs must be put up at the strategic locations. They must be easy to read and understand, written in large letters with clear self-explanatory pictures that can be understood with one fleeting glance. In case of fire, immediately call on 101. There is no harm if a few people end up calling the firefighters. As soon as you detect fire, activate the fire alarm and just shout fire at the top of your voice. When there is a fire, always use the stairs to exit the building. Never use the lift when there is fire. Covering your face and mouth with a wet cloth will help you move through smoke better as the wet cloth will keep you from inhaling the smoke and suffocating. Once you are out of the building, move away and don't block the way. It is important that the area around the fire is kept free for easy movement of the rescue services. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our new topic, that is electrical safety. Electrical safety is applicable everywhere as the human body is a good conductor of electricity and all electrical systems pose a possible threat. Let's see some electrical safety rules. Never touch electrical sockets or appliances with wet hands or bare feet. In case you see anybody getting an electric shock, immediately switch off the mains. Any electrical repair work should be carried out only by people qualified and authorized to do so. Necessary precautions such as switching off the mains should be taken before starting any electrical work. All equipment should be properly earthed. Replace any wire that has a damaged insulation. Do not overload any electrical outlet. I hope it's clear to all of you. Let's move on to a new topic, that is first aid. First aid is the immediate care and assistance given to a person suffering from a minor or major injury till such time proper medical assistance arrives. Let's see the aim of first aid. Number 1, preserving life. It aims to keep the person going till medical help arrives in the form of the ambulance and doctors. Number 2 is preserving further escalation of the injury or illness. The aim is to control bleeding, etc. Number 3 is promoting recovery. It aims only at pushing the patient in the direction of recovery. Number 4 is pain relief. It aims at relieving pain but must be undertaken only after consulting medical experts. Number 5 is protecting the unconscious. It aims at shifting somebody rendered unconscious to safety, like moving a fallen person off a busy area. The ABCDE approach is widely accepted in the medical field as applicable to all patients who require first aid. The ABCDE approach stands for airway, breathing, circulation, disability, exposure approach. I hope it's clear to all of you. Let's learn more about the first aid. The first aid box must contain following things as per law: antiseptic cream, sterile gauze, small, medium and large, band-aids of different sizes, crepe bandages, sterile eye dressing, disposable sterile gloves, scissors and tweezers, clamine or any other anti-itch lotion or cream, alcohol-free wet wipes, thermometer, painkillers, antihistamine, distilled water for cleaning wounds. Let's learn about the first aid treatment. So for cuts and scrapes, clean your hands thoroughly with soap and water or sanitizer in case you are traveling. Control the bleeding if any. Clean the wound with distilled water. Apply antiseptic cream and cover with a gauze. Number 2 is bleeding. So for bleeding, place a sterile gauze or cloth over the bleeding wound. Apply pressure to stop the bleeding. Do not remove the cloth as it will help in clot formation, which will in turn control the bleeding, and add more layers of cloth over it if required. Next is for burns. In case of burns, hold the burned area under running cool water. However, never use ice. Don't apply any oily substances to the burn. Don't break any blister that form, and administer medicines for pain relief if found necessary. Next is for blisters. Small blisters are best left untouched to avoid any aggravation due to continued rubbing against something else. Cover and pad it. If the blister is big or painful, use a sterilized syringe to drain it. Clean and apply antiseptic cream and cover with sterilized gauze. Next is for sprains. Never ever massage a sprained area. Immobilize the limb. Keep it raised. Apply a cold pack and administer anti-inflammatory medicines. A sprain must be shown to a doctor at the earliest. Next is for fractures. Do not try straightening the limb. Instead, apply a splint and padding if necessary to stabilize it and elevate. Put a cold pack on the injury. However, do not place ice directly on the injury. Anti-inflammatory medicines may be given. Next is for nosebleed. Have the person suffering from the nosebleed bent forward. Pinch the nose below the bridge to stop the bleed. Check to see if it stops, else continue. Do not pinch too low on the nostrils as that can lead to breathing difficulty. And next is for stings and bites. First and most important, pull out the sting. Apply a cold pack to bring down the swelling. If required, administer an antihistamine to reduce the swelling and itch. In case the person suffers from breathlessness, be sure to get immediate medical help. So I hope it's clear to all of you. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.